President Trump once again proving he's the MVP of trolling his competitors. In this latest interview, the president taking aim at Dem frontrunner Joe Biden, questioning why Obama won't endorse him.
How he doesn't get President Obama to endorse him, there has to be some reason why he's not endorsing him. He was a vice president. They seem to have gotten along. And how President Obama is not endorsing him is rather a big secret. If you want to know, if you know the answer, please let me know, because I think it's very important. And then he goes and lies and said, I asked the president not to endorse me. Give me a break. He said he asked the president because he's embarrassed by the fact that Obama is not endorsing him. So he goes out and says, I asked President Obama not to endorse me. Well, he was trying to get the endorsement. So it could be that President Obama knows something, but there is something going on in that brain of his.
He does this a lot. When he talks about Biden, he does the point to the head. That's something. Dana, this is politically brilliant because he's going at the big strength of Joe Biden, which is association with Obama, right? So, and he's creating mystery. Oh, the big mystery is what's it all about?
The president has a knack for picking a political scab before it can heal, right? So this was almost like done.
Yes.
And then here it comes back up again. Though if I were Biden, I would say, well, wait, didn't you just refuse to endorse Pence for 2024? Presidents don't usually do that. Obama didn't endorse in 16. He waited until people might like. I think the Bernie Sanders people feel like he had his thumb on the scale for Hillary Clinton. That didn't work either.
He did. He went on 60 Minutes and said that she did absolutely nothing wrong. When he also said, "Oh, but I don't have any intel at all." It's like, well, how would he know that to make that
I'm
sort
talking
of a
about early on in
judgment?
the primary process when there was like 8 of them running. Obama didn't say anything.
And I don't know, man. He made the choice between Hillary and Joe, and he picked Hillary, and it was a bad choice.
Kennedy, we're going to talk about this.
But Joe Biden wasn't actually running. I think that he talked Joe Biden out of running because he thought that I don't think it was because he thought he was a bad candidate. I think it was because he was grieving about his son who had just passed.
How is, I think he may use that line, Dana. He may turn.
Which one?
Well, about Pence.
But also, President Trump benefited from having no one endorse him early on because he was the anti-establishment candidate. So if I were Biden, I would not even want an endorsement.
The press is, Kennedy, I read that's a baseless claim, an unfounded claim. We all know. I heard Democrats, the day after he made that claim that he asked him not to endorse him, a lot of Democrats said, come on, we know he's lying. So President Trump's saying what we all know, isn't he?
Well, that's like me going up to the most popular, handsome quarterback in my high school when I was a dorky sophomore saying, please don't ask me to prom. I just, I can't do it this year. It's like, he was never going to ask me to prom in the first place. So that's a ton of hot garbage right there. But then why is Joe Biden doing everything he can in the clumsiest ways possible, trying to tie himself to Obama and his legacy? Remember the bracelet? Joe and Barack for Best Friends Day? That was the goofiest social media post, and everyone, especially Democrats, even David Axelrod, saw right through it.
Yes.
So what he's trying to do is create this mystique that they are still together, they are thick as thieves, and that President Obama is only withholding out of respect, and that is not true. He chose Hillary early on. He, even if his endorsement wasn't explicit, she was the chosen one because he thought she was going to win, and that was a bad idea.
Jesse, if President Trump had made a lie like this, if he had said, I asked him not to, wouldn't that be on the list of the Washington Post's 1,001 lies?
That's only 1,001 they have? I thought it was a lot higher. Wall knows the number.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, they're up there. They've got a few in there. I do agree with you that what you said, this is more like mischief. No one really follows, the endorsement, it's early in 2008. This is about what you read at the supermarket checkout line in a tabloid. Ooh, mystery reason why Biden's not getting the endorsement. Is there something going on up here? So the president, like he does, because he understands the soap opera aspect, he's driving a wedge in the relationship. He's just asking questions. He's just raising issues. He seems different, not the same. We don't know. Everybody else sees it, though. And I think it's really smart because Biden right now, as you agreed, because the New York Times reported it, not me, the New York Times, they were the ones who've been saying that he does not look smooth or in command. He's got trouble with the prompter. He's had some flip-flops. He's done the apologies. He needs to look sharper in these debates. And right on the eve of the debates, the president raising issues about Biden's
planting a
sharpness.
seed.
Now that Michelle Goldberg has said it, do you agree?
With what?
That Biden's he's not as sharp as a tack.
Sharp as a basketball.
Sharp as a basketball. That's great, Kenny. I haven't been out to see him, so I ran into him the other day, and he seemed fine to me. But I always am interested in seeing people when they're in the moment of contest. You know, how do you react? How do you respond? Can you play this game? Now, let me just say, though, the game that I see going on here is that Joe Biden is renting space in President Trump's head, because he constantly is talking about Joe Biden. And the polls that are out today, we have a poll out, New Emerson poll, Biden would beat him by 10, Sanders would beat him by 10. So if President
They should
Trump...
have election day today.
Well, if they did, I'm just telling you, because that's what polls are. They give us a snapshot, and clearly Biden is consistently, because this is not the first time, ahead of Trump in polls, and Trump is preoccupied. And you know what? It's sometimes the president's own polls that indicate Biden's beating him.
When the president was going after how he calls Pocahontas for all those months, was that because she was living rent-free in his head?
No,
Was that because he was obsessed
she was so
and
critical.
scared
that was
of Elizabeth
before.
Warren?
No, that
he
was
just goes
before.
after everybody.
Juan, I'm just glad we
was
got
going after him on the money.
We got to go, Juan, but I'm just glad you admit that Trump is a brilliant businessman. He's able to rent out space in his own head.